welcome to the Summer Ready 2021 program. So I'm excited for this one because it's going to be a nice fun mashup of some of my hand-picked favorite ones. I mean, usually when I do a program, I'm always like, well, that was my favorite program. So there's just so many workouts in there that I've done over the past 5 years that I would really like to revisit. So what I've done is I've just kind of created a program out of those, and it's going to be really fun. So I always like to put these welcome videos out to kind of just start the program off with. Usually there's always some new faces, and I like to just kind of get on here and just kind of explain how it's all going to work. So even for those of you who've done my programs before, just have a seat, maybe make a cup of tea or a coffee, and just bear with me here. I'm going to try not to ramble on like I sometimes do, and I'm going to try and make it short and sweet. So for those of you who have joined, whether you're on the Facebook group or you're just doing it by email, you are going to get all the content. So all the printable documents, the grocery list, the meal plan, all the printable workout sheets that go with each of the workouts, that kind of thing, and all the links to the videos. So the actual workout videos, stretching videos, instructional videos, things like that. And also I have some like food prep videos that I have made in the past that I'm going to share with you. And the pre-COVID days when we all could get together as a group, there's those cooking videos. I just love those, so I'm going to include them again. And also I'm going to include some of the group workouts that I've done with some of my guest worker-outers in the past. That's, of course, pre-COVID. But those are really, really fun and challenging workouts, so some of those are in there. So whether you're on the Facebook or the email group, you're going to get all the actual content. The only difference is the face group, I find, is just a little more fun because there's more group interaction. So you can post your sweaty selfies after your workout. You can post like maybe some new foods that you've tried using the meal plan as a guideline, of course. So for those of you who don't know me, and a reminder for those who do, I am a pretty simple girl. I tend to not get too, I guess, adventurous with spices and things like that. So for those of you who like spicy foods, by all means, use your herbs and spices. Use my meal plan as a guideline. So get creative if you want, and for sure, like share and post on the group. So that's always really nice too. So how it's gonna work is I usually open the group, yes, on Sundays, and then I post the workout videos late Sunday night, Tuesday night, and Thursday night so that you have them for first thing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday workouts. Hello. I have my little buddy. It's my little buddy, DG. Say hi. He's not too impressed. Okay, you're free to go. Okay, so back to what I was saying. You're gonna get your workout videos 3 times a week. So phase 1 is gonna be the day 1, day 2, day 3 workouts, and then that's gonna be the first week. The second week is gonna be repeating those workouts. So each phase is the 3 workouts for 1 week and then repeated the second week. And the reason I do that now is because in the very beginning, way back when, 5 years ago when I started, it was every workout was new and different. And that is fun, but a lot of people in our busy lives, sometimes getting those 3 workouts in a week can be a challenge. So you do the one workout and maybe you feel you could have done better, or you didn't really get some of those exercises and it just kind of is over and then you're on to the next one, and you never really got to see your improvement of those specific workouts. So how I do it now is I've got the 3 workouts each week. The second week, you get to improve upon them. So the first week is kind of more of an introductory to that workout, and the second week is, okay, so you know the exercises now, let's push and work harder. So that's why I like breaking it down into the 4 phases for the 8 weeks. And it seems to really be working great for people. So everyone's been getting really good results that way. And so along with those workouts, what I want you guys to do is kind of your homework is do your cardio exercise on the in-between days. So I will be throwing in some bonus workout videos here and there. So like a bonus cardio or bonus abs or just something like that, or even like a yoga one that I've done a lot. Sometimes that's just a nice thing to just kind of add in during the week if you have some extra time. But I would like for you guys to do some cardio. So it's got to be at least 20 to 30 minutes of straight cardio. So it isn't going to be just taking your dog for a stroll, because we all take our dogs for a stroll. You're used to that, your body's used to that. Dogs can be slow and stop all the time, or you come across other people and then you stop and chat. So it's not really considered a workout unless that's new to you, unless you haven't gone for walks before and that whole thing is new and it's doing something different that your body's not used to. But I want you guys actually sweating. So whether you have an elliptical or a treadmill or a rowing machine or a spin bike or something like that at home that you can do 20 to 30 minutes, I want you guys actually sweating. Or going out for a run or doing whatever you enjoy doing for cardio. So, and it can be something different. So if my workouts, you're doing them Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then I want you to do cardio at least Tuesday, Thursday, and maybe a Saturday or a Sunday. Take 1 day a week off for rest. So that's how I want you guys to do that. And with that, don't feel like you have to do my workouts Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. There's a lot of people out there who are on different kinds of shift work, and you fit it in when you can fit it in. So as long as you get those day 1, day 2, day 3 workouts in each week, doesn't matter how you do it, whether it's a Monday, Tuesday, Friday, or whatever you do, just get them in and then I'm happy. So another really important thing is, because I'm trying to keep the workouts to around 30 minutes, some of them do go over, I don't include the cool down stretches in those videos. So there's always the warm up for sure, and then the workout. But then I want you guys to go and do the stretches afterwards. Please, please, please make sure you get your stretches in. It is really, really important. You don't want to leave your muscles tight and bunchy, because then they become susceptible to cramping. So making sure you're stretching your whole body after each workout. And even if you're in a hurry, just make sure you stretch everything, even if it's just like 10 seconds each body part. But just make sure you do it, and then later in the evening before you go to bed, then take your time for your full, just nice relaxing stretches. So for those of you also who are new, please know that during the workouts, once I get going, I just go. So I don't say, okay, stop and have water now, unless we're at the end of a round. So if you feel like the workout is going fast and you're trying to keep up, but I'm going maybe too fast for you, then please feel free to pause the video, take the time you need to finish that exercise, and then resume. Same thing, if you need some water before I say, okay, it's a water break, then make sure you drink your water when you need to. So just pause me. If you're following along with the video, pause me as much as you need to. So sometimes if it's the beginning of a new round or the beginning of a new exercise, I will stop and explain it, and I'll really go over it. So while I'm chit-chatting, that's when you guys can have your little stretch or a little break and some water. So, to me, it's just really, really important that you guys follow my instructions. I know some of you have probably worked out before, but I really, really, really like to go over the instructions for the exercises, because we have to be careful. Yes, we're strengthening our body and it's great to exercise, but we also have to be careful because we don't want to injure anything at the same time. So we want to work really hard, and we do want that muscle soreness. We want the muscle tiredness and fatigue to the point where you're just exhausted and you feel like you can't go on. And it can hurt. Your muscles can be burning and hurting. But if you guys have like a pain in your shoulder or something in your back or something in your knee, and it just like screams out for a second, you need to listen to that. That is not the kind of thing that you want to push through. So if it's muscle burn and your muscles are just on fire and you feel that lactic acid, and that you can push through. But if it's like a twinge or a tweak or a sharp pain, stop right away and either assess the situation, put your weights down, go lighter weights, or stop doing that exercise if it's for your knee or your back. And just be careful, because the form is really, really important. We're trying to strengthen your body, burn some body fat off of you, but we're not trying to aggravate old injuries, or we're not trying to aggravate any limitations that you may have. So most people have something, whether it's a shoulder, a knee, hip, back. There's always usually something we have to work around. And if you don't have any of those, great, then full tilt ahead for sure. But please do listen to your body. If it's something painful, stop. Don't try and push through that. So always listen to my instruction, and I definitely repeat myself all the time. So, you know, I'll be like soft knees, tight core, shoulders back, that kind of thing. Because sometimes when we're working out and we get tired, we're just trying to push through and get through that one more rep. And sometimes then when we're tired, we're more likely to drop our form. So, you know, like, you're gonna hear me send those cues out to you, and it's just, you're gonna hear it, and then it'll just be a reminder. Okay, straighten up, tight core, soft knees, you know, whatever I say. So, so there's that piece. And then the food. So the food is another whole piece. Again, I'm gonna have the grocery list, the meal plan. Please know, for the meal plan, it is a general meal plan, because I can't cater it to each and every one of you. We all have different likes, dislikes. Some people have allergies to certain foods. Some people can't tolerate certain foods. And some people just have a plain simple dislike for things. So what I recommend is, when you see, there's always going to be protein of some kind. I do like meat. If you don't like meat, focus on your eggs and your Greek yogurt and your protein powders that are not whey sourced. You can go veggie sourced as well. But I do include it, so you can opt out with different proteins if you like. But it's really, really important to get your proteins with each meal. So there's always going to be proteins, complex carbs, and healthy fats. So making sure you have those macronutrients in each meal is very, very important. So I'm going to have you guys eating 5 or 6 times a day. So your breakfast is going to be a nice big meal. You have everything in it. And then you're going to have a snack between breakfast and lunch. Really important here, even if it's a small portion. Then you're going to have lunch. So lunch, I want it to be bigger amounts of food, because you still need that fuel to get you through the rest of the day. And then between lunch and dinner, you're going to have another snack, and then you're going to have dinner, and then you're going to have something light between dinner and bed if you want. So along that note, you're also going to be encouraged to be drinking at least 2 liters of water each day. And so I want you guys to cut out pop if you're drinking pop. And you're going to notice that on my meal plan, I actually don't include coffee and tea anymore in the morning, but just because you don't see it on there doesn't mean you can't have it. So yes, you can have your tea, yes, you can have your coffee. It was just too hard to try and, like, okay, if some people don't drink coffee, some people drink tea, this and that, so I leave that out. But I encourage you to avoid those sweet creamers and just try and go more natural if you can. And I'll give you options for that as well in the meal plan. So yes, you can still have your coffee and tea. Don't think just because it's not there, I'm forcing you guys to go cold turkey on the coffee. I won't do that even, so I don't expect you to either. And something that I like to do sometimes is put my protein powder in my mixer cup, and then I'll add some coffee into it and just blend it up, and cold coffee usually. And if it's warm, sometimes that's fine for me too, but cold is usually a little better. And I really like that because I use my vanilla whey protein, and it just kind of is like a nice little vanilla coffee flavor in the morning. So I also include the protein powder, the protein shake in the meal plan, but don't feel like you have to do it. To me, I add that in because it's a convenience thing. So if you guys are working from home and you're not that busy, and you can go to the fridge and heat up leftover dinner that is on the meal plan or something like that, then I encourage you to eat food more than you would use the whey protein, because the whey protein is just a supplement to supplement your meals. So of course eating real food is much better for you, and the protein drinks are really just there out of convenience. They're quick, they're easy, you're getting your protein in, done. So so there's that little piece to it. And so about the dislikes and the allergies and stuff to the food on the meal plan, I want you guys to swap out, so if there's like veggies that you don't like on the meal plan, swap them out for veggies you do like. If you don't like the proteins on there, swap them out for different proteins. If you don't like the complex carbs, swap them out for different complex carbs. So, you know, you're gonna have a nice variety plus your healthy fats. So healthy fats, you need healthy fats for proper brain function and also for your body to lose the extra body fat. You need to eat healthy fats. So extra virgin olive oils, avocado itself, nuts, seeds, things like that. Some dairy is okay, but then it's animal fat. So the more plant fats you can get, the healthier it is for you. So of course, we want to add that into each meal. So I really like to add hemp seeds or hemp hearts because they're really, really nutritious. They have a lot of essential nutrients. They do have some protein as well as the essential fatty acids. So that's really good for you. Eggs, hard-boiled eggs, you guys, you can hard boil like 6 eggs and then eat 3 of them for like a protein amount. So what I do for me is if I have 3 hard-boiled eggs, I'll eat 1.5 yolks or sometimes only 1 yolk because the yolk is just the fat. So it's the egg white that is the protein that you want, but you do want some healthy fats. So for me, I'm not saying that eggs have bad fats. They do have good fats, and they actually don't increase your cholesterol like you've probably been taught or have read. So just a note for you guys too, sugar is what causes bad cholesterol. So the sugar is what you want to reduce the most of. So pop, get rid of that as much as you can. Candy, processed foods, cookies, cakes, things like that. You know, I'm also guilty of it too. I will break down and have cookies and buy chocolates and sweets and things like that too once in a while. But I want you guys to try and eat really good during the week. Stick to your fruits and your berries and your clean, healthy, real foods as best you can. And then I always say, whatever treat you've been craving during the week, whether it's cheesecake, chocolate cake, chips, you know, just whatever, candy. If it's something you've been craving all week, that's the one thing I want you to have. So I want you guys to be able to have a treat once a week and not feel guilty about it and just be able to enjoy it. So on the meal plan, it's day 5 because it would be a Friday. And most people like to enjoy a treat or have like a dinner out or something on a Friday. So that's when I include, you can either have like a dessert or some alcoholic beverages, just because alcohol does the same thing and sometimes worse to your body than the sugar. So I do want you to allow yourself a dessert or a treat or something once a week. That's fine. Just really try your best to clean it up as best you can during the week. You'll notice there's not a lot of bread. I think on the weekends I do include some bread with like eggs and things like that, just because we are human and we are gonna eat some bread once in a while. Or maybe you're gonna, you know, take a sandwich for one of your days to work, or go hiking and have a sandwich. You know, whatever the thing is, once in a while you're gonna eat that stuff. But for the majority of the time, 80% of the time, I want you guys to clean it up and really stick to that meal plan as best you can. And then, yeah, 20% is kind of the not so desirable on the meal plan, but that kind of thing. So life has to be a balance, and it also has to be realistic. So this is not a diet. This is a healthy way of eating. It's going to create healthy habits for you. You're going to still be able to have your treats. You're going to still be able to have a drink or two with your friends. It's a way of learning how to eat healthy, and it be sustainable and maintainable throughout your life. So it's not a diet. It's not going to be like all those diets out there that have health consequences. You're not going to be starving yourself. You're probably going to find that you eat more often than you used to, but you're having smaller portions more often, which is really important for your metabolism. So if you guys have questions along the way about that, just reach out to me or post on the page. Message me directly about anything, workouts, exercises, modifications. If you guys need modifications that I haven't shown, then reach out to me directly, ask me directly through Messenger or email or however you want to reach out to me, and also even just post on the page. So I definitely want to hear from you guys all the time. You are not bugging me. I want to hear from you. I want your questions. I want your feedback. I want your sweaty selfies. I want you guys to get involved and, you know, post on the page. It's so much fun when the whole group kind of starts picking up the chatter, and it's just a lot of fun. So anyway, here I've gone rambling on lots and lots. Just one more thing before I wrap it up. The measurements chart. So I do want you guys to do the measurements on yourself and mark them down and take before pictures, please. You don't need to post them on the page or share them with anyone else. I have a lot of people just sending me personally their before pictures just to be accountable to, and same with measurements, but they're really just for you for reference for the 8 weeks. When the 8 weeks is over, then you can compare. And I just wanted to quickly show you guys one of the measurements, where you're going to take the measurement at, because I get this question all the time. So we're going to measure your neck, your shoulder, your bicep tricep not flexed, your chest, the narrowest part of your waist, and mark that down how high or low it is from your navel, because we want to get that exact same spot every time. So we're also going to go top of the hips, because that's also going to change, and the widest part of your bum, then the thickest part of your thigh and your calves. So your neck, well, that's pretty easy to do. You're just going to wrap it around, hold the tape, have a look. Okay, shoulder. So this is the one where people get confused. Do you measure shoulder to shoulder? How does that work? The shoulder, it might be a little tricky to do by yourself. Some of you might need some help, but we're gonna just take it around the widest part of your shoulder to your armpit there. So it's around here, okay? So you're gonna just hold when you meet the end of the measuring tape, and there you go, there's your measurement. So same thing with bicep tricep. When you hold your arm out, it's gonna be the widest part, not flexed. So the widest part. And then you're gonna hold that, have a look and see what it is. Okay, and same thing, chest, you're going around the widest part, okay, and then waist, hips, so on. So I just wanted to clarify, because that is a question that some of you are like, how do I measure the shoulder? So there you go. Okay, so also weigh yourself on the first day, do your measurements, do your pictures, send them to me to be accountable to. I don't share them with anybody, it all just stays with me. I keep record of it for you guys, so that in the future, if you guys lose it or whatever, I usually have it. So that way, it's just being accountable to me. Okay, so there's that. So we've talked about the food, we've talked about the workouts, talked about the measurements, and now I just want to wrap it up and just say I'm really excited to do this one. It's going to be so fun. Going through those old videos was so much fun, because there's so many great workouts. Well, in my opinion, they all are in their own different way. but it's just really nice to revisit some of the ones from the past. So that's going to be so fun and exciting for you guys. I'm really glad you all joined. I hope you enjoy this as much as you hate it at times. You're going to probably hate it and be grunting and sweating and not liking me during the time, but that's okay because I know you're going to love me at the end of the 8 weeks and you're going to see some amazing results. So push yourself as hard as you can, because the more you put into it, the more you get out at the end. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys all enjoy it, and I can't wait.